Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream of Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail. Last time we fought 3 battles in English waters, 2 sea battles and 1 battle on land. The famous Whitehaven raid, which Captain John Paul Jones of the newfound Continental Navy really did in the war of the American independence. And as I said last stream, I was really surprised that there were really some minor naval engagements from the American in English waters. I did not expect this. I thought, so it's basically the case that when the American colonies, the 13 colonies declared themselves independent, then they tried to build up a navy, a own navy to face the strong Royal Navy. But they ordered some 13 frigates, and during the whole course of the War of Independence, they had no larger fleet, no heavy battleships, no ships of the line or whatsoever. And until the French and other European nations joined the war on America's side, there were no heavy sea battles with heavy ships of the line in the American waters. So therefore I never could imagine that the Americans really attacked the British in their own backyard, but they did on a small scale, and that's what we did last time. Last time we fought several battles in the Irish Sea. Over here somewhere, over here, and we did this Whitehaven raid. So there is the port of Whitehaven, which the American Captain John Paul Jones, who I play in this game, actually did. But all this was in a clearly smaller scale than it's shown in the game, since the game mechanic is that you keep your ships from mission to mission and upgrade them, and therefore now I have several ships of the line, and that's where the campaign becomes somewhat fictitious. But anyway, that's the cool thing about the game, that you don't get a fix amount of ships for each mission, but that you can have to care for your fleet. So that's cool. That's how the system works. And now we have to face another sea battle, which is this one, Battle of Flamborough Head, which also actually really happened. And it was also a smaller engagement, but under American flag. And in this map, I think I can use 6 or 7 ships. I looked it up last time. So this will be a tough battle, I think. Once again, we have the choice to make it somewhat easier or make it somewhat more difficult. So if we make it easier, we get less money and less reputation. If we strictly follow the order, then it's just a normal battle as we expect. And if we fight the power, then we have to probably deal with stronger forces. And I did this whenever possible in the last missions, because I thought it's just normal if you attack Great Britain in their own waters, so close to the Isle of England, then you have to deal with heavier resistance, since the British had a extremely strong fleet back in those days. So I will do this once again, although it might be tough. It might be pretty tough once again. But I just took another ship of the line in the last battle, the USS Hyena, which I wrote wrong while renaming her. I think that's the right spelling. Anyway, since I'm not totally sure, let's just rename her completely. So let's name her the USS. What could we name her? Any suggestions? Oh, damn. Any suggestions from your side, if you are watching, maybe? Let's name her... Nope. I have the Glory already. USS Courage. Why not USS Courage? So that's good, I think. And since I sold one of my smaller ships last time, I have some 160 men in reserve, and I just decided to fill the crews up with those men. Oh, this costs more reputation. Let's cancel this. Can I upgrade? Nope, then it's overload. So what about you? There is no reputation. Now you are overload. So for Falcon, some more no reputation points needed there either. Neither. So let's upgrade them a little bit more. Make them a little bit stronger than they actually need to be. They are above optimum crew now. Same with the new Courage. They definitely need some more. No, they can't. What about Stubborn? Can you take some more men? You could. So then just... this costs an... But since this will be a heavier sea battle, let's just do this anyway. And same with my good old USS Nassau. I like her so much since she is such a strong... Well, she's not strong in terms of armament, but she's a pretty heavy frigate with 18-pounder guns in the main battery and 9-pounder on the quarterdeck, and altogether 52 guns. So that's pretty good, to be honest. And she was unbelievable fast. Now she is a little bit slower with only about 11 knots. So I gave her some early copper sheeting and a sail repair kit, and I reduced her... No, this is not to make the gun carriages lighter. This is to reduce the reload time. So this is anyway, even if she's not that fast, that's pretty good. So if I look at my ships of the line, they have all around 8 to 9 knots speed, except of the USS Liberty, which is the flagship at the moment. Well, technically it's USS Orpheus, since John Paul Jones is aboard, and he will take the lead for now. So the reason is, if I take Liberty in the lead, which is 2 knots faster than Orpheus, then she will run away the others. So let's keep Liberty in second. So there are some thoughts I had after the previous sea battles. So the one thing I really think about is the high number of boarding actions I do in this campaign. So mostly I try to close to another ship, reduce distance, then I switch to grape shot, try to reduce the enemy's crew, and then I try to board them to take them out of the battle quickly. But there are several problems with it. So first of all, I'm not pretty sure if those boarding actions were that frequently used. So I read some of my books, I read some about how boarding in general was done, but I do not think it was that often. So I think it was not this pirate style. You close into the other vessel and then you throw those hooks and then you climb aboard. So I don't really think that it was that common. It happened, of course, but I think it mostly happened when two ships were close enough that they were lying side by side, and then one crew probably took the opportunity, since the guns could not be properly managed then, and then maybe they started boarding or whatever. So I just think that it was not used that often. I think a naval battle of a larger scale was mostly an artillery duel with round shots. And so a round shot is basically that what you imagine if you think of a cannon of those days. It's a solid round iron ball that was loaded into the cannon and shot. And in this game, there are 3 different types of ammunition. So I searched it for you. Let's zoom in a little bit. So on this picture you can see the typical ammunition used aboard a ship. So there are no round shots, since anybody can imagine what a round shot looks like. And there are also the grape shots, which I use pretty often in this campaign, to be honest. Grape shot is this one. So this is basically, instead of loading, let's say you have a... What do we have here? At the Glory we have 24-pounder guns. So instead of using an iron ball with 24-pound weight, you use smaller balls with 2 pounds and put them together in such a piece of cloth until you have the same amount of weight. So since all those have 2-pound weight. So for a 24-pounder gun, you take 12 of those smaller cannonballs and put them together, and then you load them into the ship, into the cannon, and then you fire them, and then you have kind of a shotgun. So that's what I mostly use in this game to just decimate the enemy crew. But now comes my big question. So in this book, it's written in German, in fact, but I think it's quite well researched. And where is it written? One moment, please. So here it is written that such a grape shot could penetrate an hull of 10 centimeter thickness at a range of, what is written there, 250 meters. So this is some punch indeed, but those ships had much thicker hulls, so they had not only just 10 centimeter strong hulls. So I think using those grape shots in the beginning of a battle is not that effective. So I think you could basically use it when the hull is already pierced by round shots in the first place. And same is with canister shots. They are not in the game, but those are those smaller ones. This is just it's just a canister of metal, and there are even smaller balls loaded into it, such kind of musket balls, and then you shoot it, and the canister bursts apart, and then you have much more this shotgun effect. And there's also the question, I don't think you cannot shoot through a hull of a ship of the line or a stronger frigate with those ammunitions in the first place. So I think, but they work pretty well in this game. So therefore, I think I use them a little bit too often. So to finish this up, there you have those chain shots, which is a cannonball cut to half and combined with a chain. And if you shoot it and aim high at the mast, then the chain separates, and the two halves of the cannonball whirl around and spread, and then you have much more area to damage. So you can rip sails, you can damage the rigging, maybe you can even shoot down parts of the masts, and so this is good against masts and sails and rigging to reduce the maneuverability of the ship. I use them sometimes, but not that often as I use grape shots. And I use them so often because I always try to board the enemy as fast as possible. But while boarding the enemy, last stream I had twice the situation that I tried to board an enemy ship of the line and I lost the boarding. And therefore my ship was lost and I had to reboard it and finally had to board the enemy. And I think this is quite costly. I lose lots of men, which are even harder to replace since I have so many ships now. And you do not necessarily need to board a ship, so you can also just fight it down, gun it down until it surrenders, and then put a boat to water and then attack it. So this is what I want to try today, because I think I overused this boarding and canister fire or grape shot fire mechanic, and therefore today I will try to make a classical sea battle mostly with round shots, but let's see how things develop. So probably I change my mind as soon as there's a good opportunity, but well, that's not a problem anything. So I choose the heavy difficulty in this case. So I played on medium difficulty. The whole campaign is medium difficulty for land and for sea battles. On land, I had a pretty tough fighting last time. At sea, it was pretty okay, especially in the last battle. And I say, since I'm so close to the British main, I expect stronger resistance, therefore. So let's try this and hope that we don't fail against the British. Let's have a sip of my orange juice here. Good against the scurvy aboard, but basically I had some orange left at home and did not eat them for a while, and then I just decided to make some juice out of it. Normally, since it's Friday, I probably would have chosen a beer, but since I have a party tomorrow, let's just wait with it for a moment. So, as I said, Orpheus will take the lead, followed by Falcon and Glory. And in the second squadron we take Liberty, Courage, Stubborn, and good old Nassau. So those are the heaviest ships I have. 7 ships to control. They come into the battle later, so it's good to have 3 ships of the line in the beginning. And let's see how things develop in this battle. Captain, the merchantmen are part of the convoy we are after, but they are not alone. Oh yeah, there are many ships. They are escorted by the HMS Seraphis and the Duchess of Scarborough. Seraphis is coming on us while Scarborough is sailing between us and the merchantman to buy time for the convoy to escape to the north. Okay, but most of them seem to be convoy ships. That's good indeed. We need to face the lethal cannon of Seraphis. I have no doubt that more British warships will be attracted by the sound of the battle. Fortunately, we have also ships patrolling nearby, and soon they will join us. So, this seems to be a big battle. So all those merchant ships are facing somewhat northeast. So we have, what do we have here? 700 crewmen. So maybe this is an 80 gun ship. Oh, I want to have it. I clearly want to have it. So it's no 3-deck ship, but it's a bit bigger than my 74 gunships. So, and I think I made the first mistake by not taking a faster ship with me. But there's poor little Scarborough. This is just a frigate, so this is okay. What are the battle objectives? I must eliminate the enemy fleet. Okay, this is not that problem in the first place. So let's just set a course towards the enemy. Try to intercept some of them, maybe. But it's not necessary to take them, seemingly. It's just necessary to which one is this? This with 300 men, an unrated merchant ship. An unrated... Most of them are unrated merchant ships. Yeah, it seems that all of them are the same. So capturing one would of course be nice. But since they have pretty good wind conditions for their escape, I wonder if this is possible. So how are my ships doing in regard of the speed? 7 knots, 7.6 knots, also 7.6? Yeah. So the latter two are faster. So do I really want one of those? So adding one more transport ships to my fleet for some additional troops in the next land battle would of course be nice. But I don't know if I get them. So anyway, the main battle will of course be against this. Can I select it now? Oh, it's 90 cannon, a second rate. Well, that's not... now we have this problem, I think. So it's technically, in this game it's called a seventh rate, since it has a second rate, since it has 90 cannon. That's particularly true, since from 90 cannon on, Ship of the Line was classified second rate. But the second rate ships, as far as I know, always were 3-deck ships. So ships with 3 complete gun decks, they only have 2. So, and since for example Glory is technically a 64 gunship, although there's written 68. Same with the 74 gunships, those two, which are also indicated with 78. So there were no 78 gunships. There were 64 gunships, 74 gunships, 80 gunships. That's what was in use. And I think so. There were more guns on those ships, especially there were added some carronades, for example, which did not count to the full armament, and so I think they write every gun they have in this game. Oh, now the reinforcement comes. Great. So let's see what we can do with them. Just bring them, close them in as fast as possible. And what do we do with good old Nassau? Good old Nassau, my speed beast, as I mostly call her, since she's pretty fast. So I will try to outrun the rest of the fleet, which is much slower. And now it seems that there is the sea battle beginning. So the enemy has the better wind position, since the wind is coming from astern for the enemy, as you can see on this windrows, or however you call it. So this is good for them. So because of this, they can choose wherever they want to attack me. So they can sail in this direction, they can sail over there. So if I want to sail to the enemy ship, I have to somewhat move against the wind. This is also indicated in this circle, as I told before. So the red spots are dead. I can't sail in this direction, but the advantage for me is, since the wind is coming from this direction and fills the sail like this, as you can see, so the ship are lying to the side a little bit, and therefore the guns can aim a little bit higher, and therefore I can already shoot them. Oh, Glory is in first place. So let's swing around Falcon. And also slowly swing around Orpheus. Since Glory is not in a pretty good position to... She's the weakest. She's the weakest of my ships of the line. I like her. She fought pretty well in the previous battles. But she only has 24 pounders in the lower gun deck. The other two have 32 pounders, so a heavier armament. And so let's... So now we have this situation. So let's turn around Orpheus a little bit. Now, that's what I thought. They are using those grape shots, reducing my crew significantly. Already 11 men dead. So that's basically the thing with those grape shots. They work pretty well in this game, but I'm just not that sure if they were used that often. That's my problem with this a little bit. So, and therefore in this battle I just try to focus on how's Nassau doing. Nassau is outrunning them indeed. Oh, there are coming more ships. Okay, 3 more ships of the line altogether. 4 now. 2 with 64 gun, 1 with 74, which is okay. So now Nassau, you just try to intercept some of them. Maybe it works. Maybe it works. And for the rest of the battle, we clearly have to fight down more British ships sighted. I hope those are even more. Damn it! Okay, more 74 gunships. Okay, now it's getting tough. Now it's getting tough. So let's concentrate fully on HMS Seraphis. Let's not worry too much about the Scarborough over there. So now I am at this point again where I wonder if I should not use grape shots to gun them down a little bit more, to reduce their crew and try to board them quickly. But let's just to fight her down with regular round shots and maybe force her to surrender. But if, and on the other hand, if I do so, she will be badly damaged, and I want to take her. That's tough. That's tough. So, but which is also pretty tough is the force I'm facing here. So 7 against 7, but all of them are ships of the line and most heavier than mine. So maybe forget all what I said. Let's switch back to grape shot, at least with the Orpheus, and try to gun her crew down, to take her quickly if possible, and have her to use her against the rest of the British fleet. And where is good old Nassau? Nassau, for you I have a special task now. You do exactly what you did last battle. You try to distract the enemy fleet a little. So you speed up, and what's about you? You should also speed up. So now I have the problem, since I'm now in the better wind position. Now my ship is laying sidewards toward the enemy, and therefore the range of the gun is reduced, since they cannot aim that high. But this is a problem my good Orpheus has not. My Orpheus just has the problem that she lost a mast at the moment. Damn it! Why are my ships losing masts that often? I simply don't understand this, to be honest. This happens so often in the previous battles. This is somewhat annoying, to be honest. Of course, things like that, this did happen, but I so often try to use chain shots against the enemy mast and rigging and reduce their maneuverability and stuff like this. So you switch to grape shot 2 and reduce speed 2, and you speed up a little bit. Try to get on her bow. And now it's just time to gun down Seraphis' crew. As said, I wanted to have a... Oh, his office is wavering. That's bad. I said I wanted to have a kind of normal broadside battle, but since this is a ship I can attack alone, I just try to take her in this battle. Let's slowly try to close in. So you stay with your round shots. So Falcon is pretty strong. So maybe she can board them. So they are down to 600. Which isn't that bad. So if I can take out the flagship, let's say, this would be a good start of the battle. Let's block her path a little bit. Swing around. Now Falcon needs to speed up. You speed up too, try to intercept them. I do not want to board them with Glory, to be honest. Glory isn't that strong. So lots of... Okay, maybe I can try to board them with Orpheus instead. Maybe... Orpheus is in a quite good position for this. Ah, now there's a mess. So let's swing around Falcon to maybe give some shots astern and also attack the upcoming Scarborough. So, and what's going on there? So let's... So the rest of the fleet is slowly coming in, which is good. You can't close in, seemingly. Seraphis wavering. So the problem is definitely that the Offer has lost her mast and therefore isn't fast enough to attack the British vessel. So, but... Well, then we attack her, we board her later, maybe. Why not? Meanwhile, let's gun down Scarborough, probably. And what is my good old Nazar doing? Nazar will switch to chain shots now. And where is the third squadron coming in? Okay, so the good thing is that they are split that far apart. So Orpheus is coming in. Now maybe they start boarding. She surrendered. Great. So that's pretty much what I talked about. Not board them and lose tons of men in the first place, but gun them down. So now they surrender. They are in pretty good shape already. Again, still in pretty good shape. Scarborough also surrendered. Whoa, that's cool. That's cool. So Glory won't send any troops, but Falcon need to deploy some troops for the Scarborough. Orpheus will deploy more men, and Falcon will also deploy another boat. So you take command of the Scarborough, you reinforce the Seraphis, and then okay, that was a good start. Not many losses. The only problem is, of course, the loss of the mast from Orpheus. So therefore, maybe we should put another boat at sea and reinforce Seraphis, since Seraphis is much stronger. So what does she have? She has what? Okay, 32 pounder in the main deck, or in the lower gun deck, then 24 pounder in the main, and 12 pounder on the quarter deck. So my ships of my third-rate ships like Orpheus or Falcon, they only have 18 pounder in the main deck, in the middle one. So this is a pretty strong vessel indeed. So now let's try to form kind of a... Try to engage the enemy as fast as possible before the rest of his fleet is coming in. So maybe Scarborough, since I just captured you, maybe you can do some delaying operations against... So Glory, what are you doing? So let's move the whole fleet against the second British squadron. Seraphis, at least with some 300 men now. Not that strong, but not that strong. So let's put 2 more crew from... Now Orpheus only has 1 officer left. This is also not good. Let's put 1 back. So Orpheus is also the ship of John Paul Jones himself, I think. Yep, that's maybe not that good to strip her so badly off of her crew. So let's bring in Glory and put... Oh, there's another boat. So let's make Seraphis great again. Sorry. No. That was actually not intended, to be honest. No bloody Trump speech in my channel. I beg for pardon for this. Really. So Nassau, you need to stay clear from the enemy. So now you reduce speed, Glory, and you deploy 2 boats yourself. So first shots are coming in. Let's swing around Liberty. So 1 boat for Seraphis, since I don't want her to be taken back by her former owners. So Scarborough, when do you start your delaying action? Who's coming in there? Falcon, which is good. And what are those doing? So with them I try to cut the line. This is something that worked pretty well in the previous sea battle. Haha. Oh no, you reduce speed just for a moment, please, to let the rowing boat come up. Same with you, you already have. So let's concentrate on the battle. There's always this management stuff going on in those battles, but, well, that's basically how it works. You have to look at all the things that are going on. So let's swing around Falcon. Nassau, you swing around behind her. And you head on, Scarborough, head on to your interception mission. So we can delay them for at least a while. And they have some pretty bad wind conditions to face at the moment. And deal with this squadron with our strong forces. This would be great. Let's swing around Liberty a little. Adjust course for Stubborn and for Courage. And now reduce speed for Falcon to intercept the enemy. And moment. What's going on with the boats? They are closing in. Seraph is pretty strong now, with actually more than 500 crew. Offers at least half of her crew, which isn't that bad, but I will try to keep her somewhat safe. Well, no, well, that's not working. So now let's try to close in with all our ships on the enemy. Ah, damn! I fucked up a little. So I missed the opportunity to cut the line, but I will do so with courage, I hope. And you could... Well, let's try to stay with round shots as long as possible, just to get a feeling how they work out in a prolonged battle. So Falcon dealing with Triumph somehow. So they seemingly... No, let's reduce speed and try to swing around to give some raking shots on Sphinx. Nice name, by the way. And Courage is coming into the fray. And where are the reinforcements coming? So actually at the moment they have no chance. There are only 3 against 7 of mine. Well, not only... Oh, this is Stubborn, I just realized. This isn't a ship of the line. Sent her in as if she was. But that's fine, since I gave her lots of crew to deal with exactly this situation. And maybe I can intercept now at least Sphinx and Hero and fight them down before the rest of the British squadron is coming to the fray. So the merchants are all gone. I won't get any one of them. That's for sure. How's Nassau doing? Nassau, could you maybe chase Triumph a little bit and try to use your chain shots? Courage, swing around a little bit more. You speed up to follow Sphinx. Now let's try to attack Sphinx from both sides. Meanwhile, Stubborn wavering but in a good position. Swing around Liberty to deal with Hero. Stubborn, good position for raking shots against the Hero. So my plan is now to attack Sphinx from both sides with Courage, and let's try if we can use this match speed mode a little bit. Maybe this works. I didn't use it that often so far. So now they are coming around to deal with HMS Scarborough, and my hopes are... So Glory, could you speed up please? So I once again fucked up speeding them up. That's... I really hate this, to be honest. So I need my reinforcements as soon as possible. But what do I do? Forget speeding them up. So use... Okay, Falcon is still using her grape shots. Courage is using round shots. And Nassau is too far away for her chain shots. Okay, now they are coming in. Glory might... Liberty, what about you? You just swing around too. And there comes Orpheus. Falcon heavily damaged on one side. And there's Seraphis, my new strong second rate, or I would say it's a third rate, but that's the problem with those cannon numbers, that they aren't that clear always. So now is happening what I really hoped, that Scarborough will be a distraction for the 2nd British Squadron. So now they... I think this is also a bit of an AI issue, since... Well... Okay, you switch to round shots. And what about you, Nassau? Why not just try to chase one of them down? Maybe it works, why not? Why not? Nassau... Oh, Nassau needs some repair. So let's repair her a little before she loses a mast. Okay, maybe Scarborough is sacrificing her now. But let's switch to round shots there too. Stubborn, you follow up a little. And here comes the reserve. And now let's switch to grape shot with courage, since she's close enough. Heroes soon ready for boarding, but as I said, let's try to gun her down on the regular way. Wind for Scarborough is pretty favorable, so let's adjust course a little bit more. That's the issue with those. Now Triumph is... Who the fuck is Triumph? That was the first ship coming into the fray. But we still have Liberty to deal with her, maybe. So soon this will be a mess with 6 against 6. That's how it goes. Definitely. But as long as my distraction works, that's good. So anyway, it's 3 versus 3 there. Can we switch to grape shot too? Yeah, that's good. I could try to board them with courage now, but I'm not sure if I want. So boarding will always cost tons of men. Maybe board hero with liberty. This would have more chance of success. Meanwhile, send Glory and Seraphis to deal with Triumph, maybe. And who's coming there? Orpheus, the last one, since she lost the mast. Numbers are going down, but not fast enough. But the distraction works brilliantly over here. Nearly too good, to be honest. And of course I feel pity for Scarborough, although she was a courage wavering. Although Scarborough is a prize and not one of my own ships, I have my men on her. So that's the thing. So maybe Glory could... So it's time for Glory to... No, Glory has a good position to support this combat, but Seraphis will support this one. They are really heading away. This Calcutta retreated, so they have reached the end of the map. So no need to chase them any longer. So this was a silly idea. But in this heavy artillery battle, Nassau is not of that good use, to be honest. So now I just tried to board. I should try to board them soon, I think. But not as long as courage is wavering. But no. They're in a good raking position. Why is courage wavering? Is she shot by another ship? Nope, doesn't seem so. I cannot start boarding with a wavering crew, that's for sure. Let's just follow her. Let's just follow her. Gun her down further. She's down to less than 400. Meanwhile, distraction. Scarborough is still doing fine. Somewhat. Let's try to move her out of the... Ho, and now my new Seraphis with more than 500 crewmen is coming in to rake her from astern. Meanwhile, Liberty is firing at her bow, so Triumph is in a pretty Scarborough pump break. Lots of retreating going on. So, okay. Maybe we could try to board Hero. Glory closing in. So Seraph is now... Okay, they are turning now. Let's swing back Scarborough. Maybe to distract her a little more. And Liberty might try to close in on Triumph now. So you try to board them. Now it's time. Now it's time. Water pump break. Damn. Speed up. Flooding. Courage is flooding? Really? Really? So let's swing around Falcon. I fear for this boarding action. Again. So I have the impression that those British ships are a bit tougher than my own. So therefore... No. Not yet. You stay here. Turn around, reduce speed and gun down Triumph. Okay, the boarding failed over there. What's wrong here? Oh dear, Courage's hull completely damaged on one side. So that's the problem now, I think. So much about the artillery duel. Let's switch to grape shots. This wasn't good in this moment since they have to reload now. Okay, boarding seems to start here soon. Falcon also badly damaged on one side of the hull. Oh, that's heavy. Now she has the intact hull against Sphinx, but Courage starts boarding, so let's hope that this is working, at least. Tough one, once again. So yeah, let's bring in Seraphis, the new one. No! Courage surrendered? Really? Is this necessary? Is this really necessary? That's the big problem I had last time too. That they surrender that fast. So... But good old Nassau is there, and if they take courage now, then they are pretty weak. And this might be the moment just for Nassau to board them. Anyway, I truly hate how easily they are defeated in boarding. Courage is sunk. Oh dear. Courage sunk. Damn it. Damn it. This is the first loss of a major ship in this campaign. Okay. But she was badly damaged, so let's just hope that I can board Hero with Nassau. She's pretty well manned. Meanwhile, what's going on with the rest of the squadron? Not that much. And there's still this Triumph. So we should somehow deal with her, as long as she's isolated. Poor courage. Poor courage. Let's hope that I can take... Let's hope that I can take Hero with the Nassau. Although she is much smaller, she's pretty well manned. So this would be good. Falcon also badly damaged. Nassau starts boarding, so come on, please. Take them out. Oh, she's already wavering. Ah, dear. Enemy numbers hardly going down. Now they are wavering too. Now they are going down. I have twice as much as them. Seems to go well. Glory on fire. Nassau surrendered. What's going on? Really? I can't believe this. I really can't believe this. So, and to be honest, somebody's talked about some own reinforcements coming in. What's about them, if I may ask? So they had clearly more men left. I don't stand why Nassau is taken now. I don't stand this, really. So now Glory is heading away alone. Another distraction somehow. So Nassau is already also sinking. What the hell? You bastards. I think they sunk her. I'm pretty sure. I did not find out how this works, but... oh, damn. This is bad. This is really bad. I'm pretty sure that there's a button to choose to sink an enemy ship after having boarded it. Because Nassau was in a good condition, she can't be damaged. So that's bad, really, that's bad. So things do not go well so far, that's for sure. And I still have to face the strongest part of the British fleet. Already 2 ships lost. 1 captured. hero will be the second soon, I think. This hero only has 80 men left. I hope I can take her with Falcon. But that's bad, that's disgraceful somehow. Meanwhile, they aren't winning in the artillery duel there. Oh, come on. Hull is going down heavily. So there's the next... Ah! I really don't like this, seriously. I really don't like this. You swing around further, let's try to... It started pretty well, I think. I was quite confident in the beginning. Switch to round shots and... But the loss of Nassau really hurts. I really liked her. I really liked her. And I did not expect her to be taken out that easy, since she was kind of a veteran ship and... So this stupid encounter is also going on. So I would really appreciate if this boarding would work now. Really. Come on, close in. No ropes flying. Anyway, let's cross the stern once more. Well, I wonder why they are that much tougher. So if the enemy main fleet would engage... Glory is also about to be lost. This is so stupid now. Please board them, just board them. Take hero. Yeah, ropes are thrown. So Glory badly damaged, rigging oh no! Falcon starts boarding, so please end this nonsense over there. So what's going on there? Sink surrender ship, so that's possible indeed. So send the whole crew and just leave one dude behind. So that's what they did. So that's how I lost 2 ships, since they lost boarding. And then... So this nonsense battle is still going on here. So maybe we should just try to board them too. This is the new Seraphis, okay. Liberty's still pretty strong. And Orpheus decimated. Falcon damaged. Ah, she's escaping, which is not that bad, to be honest. Let's take out Glory, so... Well, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. She's badly damaged, let's save her. Conditions are pretty bad for the upcoming engagement. What's about the other ones? Will they also retreat, or will they come back? Ah, they rammed. So now let's take HMS Triumph with the HMS Seraphis that I just captured before. So Glories will soon be retreated. Badly damaged. Ah. Falcon hardly able to maneuver, I think. 18 men with survival tasks. So I think Sphinx will come back. Seemingly, they won't retreat. Well, it wouldn't make sense for them, to be honest. Glory will soon be safe, which is good. But will my small remaining fleet be enough to... Yeah, Glory retreated, that's what I intended. So those 3 ships are in a pretty good condition still. Only Sphinx a little bit damaged. So Triumph will probably soon surrender. But... I really don't like how this battle is developing. So Scarborough, you might once again do some delaying action. So Liberty is pretty strong. Liberty is a formidable foe for the enemy. Orpheus is too badly damaged. So let's try to retreat Falcon 2 maybe. Just try it since... So I really wanted to have a broadside battle this time, but it did not work out as intended, which is really sad. So how to deal with the rest of the enemy fleet? That's the question now. The Stubborn is still left, which is not bad. Triumph still not surrendering. Well, somehow well, probably I should not have chosen the heavier difficulty, but as I said, this was kind of a roleplay decision, so I said being that close to British waters must result in a stronger enemy fleet. She's pretty fast, by the way. HMS Seraphis seems to be pretty fast around. Oh, I also speeded up. Why did I speed up? I don't know. That explains why she's so fast. So what do we have here? Hero in advance. Orpheus. Badly hammered. So maybe just annoy Triumph a little bit longer and in the end board her with Stubborn. Why not? So you reduce speed, you follow her, let's try to give them some broadsides at the beginning of the battle at HMS Swings. Falcon heading for safety. Scarborough, you maybe have still a task to do in this battle. This is so annoying. Triumph now on fire, but still not surrendering. So I hope this will be over soon, this particular engagement over there. That why aren't they moving anywhere? So you just keep the speed up. I'm really pissed about losing Nassau. That's my biggest problem now. This one ship of the line, okay, this wasn't nice, losing her, but it wasn't avoidable, I think. So she... But that Nassau wasn't able to just board them, although they had considerably more men. That really makes me furious about this episode. And then... And that I have to concentrate now on 2 engagements also doesn't make things easier, that's for sure. So let's just try to get her. And still 3 third-rate ships pretty unscratched. So even if I win, this will be a nasty one. This will be a really nasty one. So there was said there were some reinforcements around. What the hell is going on with them? So if there were some French allies in this battle, the result might have been completely different. Where are they if you need them? Huh? Can you tell me this? Meanwhile, I'm wasting precious time over here. Okay, now Liberty is taking on... Let's maybe cut the line once again. And now let's concentrate on this boarding stuff for a moment. Yeah, shoot at your own troops. Triumph surrendered. Okay, good. Good. That's it. That's it. So now you reduce speed and put some men in the boats. To be honest, most of your men, since now it's time for the prizes. Okay. You just row there. Whew. And now let's not make any mistakes. So it's 4 against 3. And 2 of mine are badly decimated and badly damaged. Ah! Falcon is about to retreat. That at least is good. So Seraphis, head to the combat. Same with Triumph. And Stubborn, you head there. So I hope that we can hold as long as necessary to give those ships time to close in. Concentrating fire on them a little bit. Liberty in a okay position, let's say. Let's even bring in Scarborough. Why not? Liberty also suffering from the cannonade. Hull already damaged a little. Wavering. So let's switch to Grape Shot. Gun their crew down. I do not want to try to board assistance now, since I fear that this won't go well. Especially not with a wavering crew. Now we have again the same problem like before. So how are you all doing? Triumph, you are needed there. So I still have some considerable forces, but... Nope, that's wrong. Rigging shock once again. I really don't stand why the enemy is so often shooting down masts. This is not fair, I think. But whoever claimed war to be fair? Nobody. So now the question is, can we hold long enough to buy our reinforcements the time they definitely need to close in? Stubborn, head there. Triumph, head there. Who's hero? Ah, you are hero. They are grouped. Really? Liberty already still wavering. Nope. Stay with your round, with your canister. No, you go at top of the line. Okay, reinforcements closing in. So now it's the question, how long can we hold against them? There's also this bloody HMS Sphinx, which is quite decimated already, but not... I'm in not a position to attack her. Meanwhile, they are dragging my fleet more and more away from my reinforcements, but... Anyway... reduce speed too. Shark on fire, at least. Where are the reinforcements? Surface, pretty strong armament, that's for sure. Stubborn, pretty decimated, so stubborn is not the weapon of choice in this engagement, to be honest. And triumph, yeah. Whew. Best thing I can say about the present situation is that they are pretty clumped together. So for example, assistant can't assist at the moment since she has no line of fire, line of sight. But anyway, this is not going well, really. No hope for some swift boarding operations, since they all outman me. At least Orpheus is able to fire now. Let's swing around Liberty a little. Swing around Hero a little. So now only 2 of them can fire. This is good. Only Shark and Valiant. But soon assistants will be able to assist, I think. Seraphis, here you are. Let's see if she can make a difference. Would be brilliant if this is the case. And where's Triumph? Triumph should take over there, maybe. So time for Grape Shot now. Since they do much more damage to my hulls than I do to theirs. Orpha is hardly able to maneuver anyhow. So maybe just drive her into the fray and board something. Maybe the smaller swings. Liberty wavering, but maybe we can bolster their defense with the Seraphis now. It's ugly how fast my troops are wavering. Okay, this is the Royal Navy, of course, and we have only our new founded American fleet, so maybe we are not that fit for line battles as you British Empire guys. But anyway, I admire how fast Seraphis is. This is crazy, to be honest. She did close in pretty fast to the battle. Stubborn, now you are not fit for an assault, I fear. So let's see what Seraphis with her heavier guns can do. Meanwhile, concentrate Liberty a little bit on swings, maybe for as preparation for some boarding action. Seraphis somewhat damaged, but not that heavily at the moment. So now you could reduce your speed a little. Hero holding on stubbornly. So you speed up. Maybe this is a boarding operation now on swings. If you could take out swings, then the numbers are much more in our favor. That's for sure. Seraphis doing well. Triumph too far away, sadly, for some decisive movements. Okay, Hero holding on valiantly. So is this the beginning of a boarding operation now? Maybe some supporting raking fire from Orpheus in the advance. Ah, Liberty again wavering already. Why am I wavering? That has, oh, are they retreating? No, they return. They return. So Orpheus is this one dismasted ship, yeah. I really fear for Liberty, which is already wavering. So Stubborn, maybe you can support also a little. Did they throw some ropes already? Seems so. Yep. Water pump break on Phoenix, on Liberty, which is not good, clearly. So at least support this with some fire from Orpheus. Come on, let this, at least this boarding operation succeed now. It would be such a shame if, where's the edge of the map? Oh, there is the edge of the map. What's wrong? They did not board her, it seems. Okay, then not. Sorry, I'm a bit frustrated with this battle at the moment. Since, well, basically just because I lost my beautiful Nassau, which I really liked. I really liked this wonderful frigate, especially since she was such a heavy frigate and therefore was so properly fitting for the American fleet, which was based heavily on heavy frigates. For example, in the War of 1812, the second American-British War, also the last one they fought against each other. So Liberty in a pretty bad condition now. Hero holding on stubbornly. Another mast lost. Ah, dear. Come on. What a crippled fleet I have over here. And in such a bad position for now. Probably also flooding. 2 masts gone. And they aren't about to retreat, it seems. Yeah, they will return. Of course. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh no. Let's not lose hero. Ah, damn, probably it's too late to... So what about this assistance they spoke in the mission briefing, huh? You talked some stuff about and allies nearby or whatever. Triumph is still there. Scarborough still there. Is there anything we can do with Stubborn? Maybe? Can Hero return? Maybe, but I don't think so. And maybe we can do another boarding attempt with Poor Liberty. Triumph supporting Seraphis, this is not bad. So will they make it back in time? A new course maybe? A better one? Sphinx is in a pretty bad condition. She's lost lots of men, but so maybe we can even board her with offers. But Hero retreated. Damn it. That was not what I had planned, but Hero was also badly damaged, to be honest. So now let's do some raking fire with Stubborn. Exactly what I can use her now for. Triumph, you gun down assistance a little. Seraphis swing around. And maybe it's time now to board Sphinx with Orpheus. You hold Scarborough, some supporting fire if you like. Seraphis also firing on the sponge now. So the ropes are flying. So let at least this boarding operation succeed now, please. At least this one. That's all I want. You swing around. How are things going with the boarding? Conditions are good, so why isn't it starting? aren't they boarding? Can you tell me this? It's all messed up now. Even my smaller vessels participate. Why don't they start boarding? Huh? Now it starts. Numbers on swings are going down rapidly. So this is good. I think this might be the turning point in this battle now. If swings surrenders... is inevitable, I think. Come on, just some more. Seraph is still holding brilliantly, that's just great. Now swing surrendered, great. So now let's put all we have aboard Liberty, except of one crew, and put her aboard this one. So meanwhile the fighting is going on. No, you just stay as you are, cut the ropes. And now Swings is under my command and probably manned by most of the crew from Liberty, and therefore Liberty now will retreat from the battle since she is also heavily damaged. And now there are three, or should I really retreat? Yeah, she is pretty damaged. Hardly maneuverable. Why can't they go aboard? So then go aboard of the other ship, please. The Orpheus. Yeah, okay, that's how it goes now. Triumph damaged and wavering. But anyway, speed those smaller ones up. You follow them a little bit slower. And Channing reinforcing Orpheus. And that's what Hill is doing too. So 3 more to go. So maybe we keep Liberty a little bit in reserve before I let her escape. So Triumph in a bad position now. Oh, in a really bad position. What a crippled fleet I have. So come on, Triumph, come around. So I need to rely now on Seraphis, to be honest, on this captured ship, the flagship of my opponents in this battle. So Seraph is now finally swung around. And let's just use those smaller vessels as a distraction. That might work. You turn around too. Triumph has lost her rudder. That's the reason why she's maneuvering so poorly. So, okay, then you speed up. You reduce speed. Alpha go in a raking position for assistance. Oops, wait a moment. Okay, everything is fine, I think. So now they are pounding assistance heavily. What can we do with Liberty? Swing her around maybe? Seraphis, you have a nice position. Swings a pretty bad one at the moment. Those two smaller ones switch to Rape Shot. So I hope we can gun down assistance and force her into surrender somehow. Water pump broken on Seraphis. That's not good. She's ramming Scarborough. What the hell? Well, but Scarborough, I have no interest in keeping her. That's for sure. Now let's fully concentrate on assistance. Try to take her out of the game. Maybe just by a surrender. Speed up Seraphis. Oh no, there's the edge again. I'm really cornered here. Do they try to push me away? Push me out of the map? What the hell is going on? Yeah, that's what they are doing at the moment. So I said in previous streams, I really hate this mechanic with this that ships are retreating when they reach the corner. This is so stupid in my opinion. Of course you have to limit the map somehow, but this is pretty shitty. Sorry for being so... Oh, last Mast of Liberty gun. So those corner battles are such a nonsense, really. Okay, Triumph is back. But this is just... I don't like this mechanic, really. So is Valiant at least retreating too? maybe? So what is this? Ramming sailing ships off the map or what? Huh? Is this seriously what you intend? So I understand, of course, that there must be some limits of the map, but what can I do now? So nothing, really nothing. The wind is pushing me over the edge, clearly. Are they all retreating now? Is it this? Do they all try to retreat? Assistance seemingly coming back? Maybe that's the end, since probably all of them retreat now. But that's clearly not a cool outcome of this battle. So I really had hoped Scarborough retreated. Now is Valiant coming back, maybe? Well, the wind is terrible for this, to be honest. Assistance, I think assistance won't be able to come back. So let's just keep Scarborough lost a mast. Okay. Valiant definitely trying to push back. Assistance retreating, it seems. Shark retreating, it seems. So now what do we have? Stubborn still left? Triumph still left? And Valiant seemingly coming back. And maybe they also come back, but come on, seriously, what is this? What is this? And especially that the next thing is that the enemy have much more time for coming back than my own ships. That's also big nonsense. Triumph sinking, of course. No, surrendered. At least. So what's with Valiant? Will she come back really? Will she really come back? She's nearly over the line. She is over the line. This is a silly mechanic, really. At the moment I have no idea how to make it better, except having huge maps, of course, but this is pure nonsense in my opinion. So hardly any possibility to maneuver out of this trap. So Valiant isn't not yet come back somehow. Will she retreat now? 15 seconds left. Or will I be able to take her somehow? Oh, there is still Orpheus. Nice. So I think that's what's happening now with Valiant. She's back. Really? Really? What are the other ones doing? I think they can come back. So maybe this gives me a proper chance to Stubborn surrendered, of course. So maybe I have a chance to capture the Valiant at least. But truly this is kind of a frustrating battle here. So assistance is gone. That's pretty sure. That's pretty sure. Assistance gone. Same with Shark. They won't be able to retreat in time. So let's concentrate all our firepower on Valiant and at least take her. Would be awesome if I could bring Liberty across the line. Triumph sunk. Which one was Triumph? This one, I think. Oh dear. Okay. Those boats also sunk. Why did those boats sink now? Can you explain me this? Why were there tons of good men dying, drowning now? Huh? Nah. Nuts, really. I don't like this battle. And you retreat, shut up, you are out. So now let's close in on them with all we got. Let's just retreat. Poor old Stubborn. Liberty sunk, come on, really? This is such a disaster, this battle. This is a second Nassau now. Well, if I win this, which I think will happen, what a graveyard of ships. Yeah, let's escape. Let Stubborn escape. And maybe this is the hour for... she will also escape, seemingly. Or not. Well, those losses are hard to bear, that's for sure. Nassau, well, I really liked her. So I hope Seraphis is now in a position to board them. Let's try to finish this one and for all. What did they do? Oh, Stubborn surrendered and now they try to take her? Oh, what a bullshit. What a... This would be the greatest nonsense ever. So they take her and I won't be able to take her back. So this silly retreat mechanic is the most silly thing in this battle, to be honest. So I pretty much like the game, I still do. Well, that you lose sometimes, that's pretty normal, but... So come Can Seraphis take her now? Nope, it doesn't seem so. Stubborn retreated at least. So what a stupid mess is this here? Oh no, Offa is also retreating already. Oh no. So why do they have more than 4 minutes and I have... So that's pretty silly all in all. So that's not fine. So what about Seraphis? About to retreat soon too. So then at least try to keep Orpheus in the battle. Seraphis still not surrendering. Good. Therefore Sphinx about to retreat. Come on, really, this silly retreating mechanic is the worst thing in this pretty cool game. Is she retreating now too? Maybe I can just try to board her now. Why not? Come on, why not? Why not try in a desperate attempt keep Orpheus back on the battlefield? But this might also be my complete loss then. Only 2 minutes left. Only 2 minutes left for a swift boarding operation on HMS Valiant. Orpha is still not back. I think I will even lose this now. I think I will even lose this due to this mechanic. So I did not perform well in the battle for sure. But Orpheus retreated. Okay, clearly. So now 1 minute to go for Seraphis, and if she's also gone, then I did not fulfill the task, and therefore probably lose the battle. That's it. I cannot even go with the camera there, since this is the end of the screen. What a bullshit, really. So now probably they start boarding, but this won't be enough, clearly. Now they are driven backward by the wind. "20 seconds to go. But it's not over with the start of the boarding, so boarding starts. 9 seconds. They're wavering. 5 seconds. Will this... What will happen now? Seraphis retreated. So this was a defeat. On the last steps. Okay, what bullshit, really. So my problem is not that I fucked up my strategy a little and lost several ships. That's sad, but I somewhat asked for it by choosing the heavier difficulty. Now it's also the complete campaign defeat. Okay. So therefore, therefore I will redo this battle. Okay, sorry, just had to look on my mobile phone. Since I probably will do another stream today, but not with this game. I want to play Warhammer Vermintide together with a friend. It's not history, of course. But I want to do this. Today we want to try it. So maybe I see you later there. For the moment I am done, to be honest. So I would have hoped to win this battle somehow. I will do it again, of course. Let's just have a look. What is this? This save game. So, of course, this is a thing now. If I would have won and continued with my shattered fleet, then things would have been much more difficult. But since I lost the campaign and I do not want to restart her completely, so I'm now at the position right before this battle, and indicated on the large crew of the Stubborn I just gave for this crew just before the battle. Okay, so if I do this next time, which will probably be the case on Sunday, I will just redo this battle, try to make it better. Of course, if I had won the battle but had lost several ships, then the rest of the campaign would have been much harder for me. Now I have the chance to redo it completely. This is the third time now that I restart a campaign. This campaign on a save point. But well, what else to do? I won't restart it completely. So that's what happens when you play this campaign for the first time, which I do actually. I don't say this as an excuse for any mistakes I make, just to explain how things are going. So I learned several things today. First, focusing on artillery, on round shots is nice, is probably more historically, but to survive such a battle against such a strong foe, I definitely need to focus more on grape shots and boarding to take out enemy ships quickly. And I have to take care of the edge of the map, of course. And I think next time it will work out pretty well. So, see you next time. Thank you for watching. And I will be back probably later with Warhammer Vermintide. It's not sure, we have to figure out if it works with streaming together. But if you want to watch me playing a fantasy game, not a historical title, then just join in later for some rat slaying action. But for now, thanks for watching and keep the spirit high.